Sacramento, Elk Grove. So who's here is from Sacramento? I drove all the way here. Okay, I guess don't know our team. But Elk Grove is about 1 hour and 45 minutes from San Francisco. And it is, I guess, the fastest growing little city that we have right now. And majority of my business are Bay Area buyers. And I've been in business for 14 long years. And Kenny's really amazing, so let's give him a hand. I have to bring everybody back to reality now. There we go. So let me introduce myself. So I just moved to a new company, EXP, in September of last year. So been on there for 5 months, but I made it to Icon. So I was with RE/MAX for 14 years, and I made it up to their highest award, which is the Pinnacle Group. So you have to achieve up to $2 million GCI in order to get the award. So I have been the Diamond Club since 2019, and these are all the awards that you can see from the bottom up. So you can kind of see how I grow. I don't spontaneously just become a top producer or lead a team in the last 14 years. It just shows you that from 2008, when I get my first license, all the way up to where I am right now. That's kind of where my GCI is. And I am a Chinese girl. I migrated to Belize in the 1992s. So my family really didn't come from, the golden spoon where everybody, could go to college and all that stuff. So we got immigrated to Belize in 1992, and population over there for Chinese people is about 5 to 6%. Mostly is African American and Hispanic. So I do speak a little bit Spanish, and that's how I get, my multicultural in me, is because when I was growing up, I was growing up with a lot of people that are different than myself. And when I was in Belize, I see a lot of US tourists that comes there to visit, and I was very, very envious of why they get to live in such a great country, why we have to be living here, mining stores and, not so, it's just, I was very, very envious of the lifestyle you guys have here, all the education that you guys can provide for the kids. It's not every country that can have that. So my dad, in 1992, while he migrated to Belize, he worked his way up to get a business visa, and that's how we got petitioned, our whole entire family, to come into the United States. And the first time I visited the United States, it was in 1998. That was my first time in the US. And I really love all the buildings they have here, the beautiful parks, everybody, when you see you, they put up a smile. They always have a great smile. The Americans always have a great smile. And I love that, and I smile back. That doesn't happen in my country. So it's like in Belize, it doesn't. It's not natural like that. So when they give you a smile, you smile back, right? It's always, smiling all the time. So that was my first time in the United States, and I didn't really immigrate to the United States in 1998. My dad took me back to China to learn my Chinese, because I was just speaking English for the longest time. So he doesn't want me to lose my identity. And when I went back to China, I went to study for Chinese for about 5 years of my time. And that's how I learned all my Chinese, and that's how I relate to all the Mandarin speaking and the Chinese speaking buyers here in the United States. And I'm very grateful for that. So when I get immigrated to the US, which is in 2006, this is my timeline for how I came to US. It's my journey to United States. And I moved to US in 2006. I was 16 years old. So I was 16 years old, and they put me through high school here. And I love everybody. Was so happy, and the environment is so nice. And the kids are really spoiled, by the way. Really, really spoiled. They don't know how good they have it here. And I wasn't able to go to college because I have to immediately thinking about I need to go to work because I don't want my dad to have to worry about me. One less kid to worry about, right? Once you're 18, you're able to make some money, then your parent doesn't worry about you as much. So my dad and all four of us, we live in a small apartment for 2-bedroom in Sacramento downtown. It was $600 a month at that time. And it was really small. So I didn't get the opportunity to go to college like everybody else. I immediately went into real estate because I've seen a lot of realtors, very fancy cars, really fancy cars, dressed up really nice, and I want to be that person one day, because I go to seminars all the time just to sit there to listen, and I really like this. This is, this might be something that I can do. So I immediately went to apply for my real estate license, and I did not get it in my first try. I thought it was easy. I didn't put myself into it to study for the exam. I failed. So it set me back another few months so I could go back and to retry for the second time. And the second time I got it. So I got into real estate in 2006, and everybody know in 2006 at that time, it was right at the peak going down. So immediately as I get my license, the property's value starts dropping. And everywhere I see that I go in my city, you will see a for sale sign. So immediately at that time, there was not too many buyers. There are a lot of buyers are looky-loo. They're not wanting to make a sale. So during that time, I sold my first year, I sold 30 properties, but I did not make much. Probably only make $50,000 because the properties were only worth $60,000, $70,000, and your commission checks are like $2,000, $3,000 back then, not right now, and not the Bay Area money that we're making. But nonetheless, I did really hard work, and I started up doing a lot of open houses with a lot of top agents that have the real estate sign would call them religiously and say, can I please host your open house? And those are the only free leads I can get. So right now, if somebody's providing you with leads, you should be really grateful for that. Because back then we had to go and find our own leads. And after that, it's kind of consistency can show that your difference between a successful person and not a successful person is whether or not they put in the work of consistency. And I see a lot of people failing doing that because they only do it 1 time, 2 times, they give up. And I don't. I just keep trying until I get it. And after that, when in 2006 to 2008, I became a realtor in 2008. I journeyed all the way back into real estate, and I found that it's really slow of the business that we're doing, and let's just try something new. So let's go to the Bay Area and bring a bunch of people over. So we started our own bus tour, and that's when our business really boomed. We started to caravan every month, 30 to 50 people of Bay Area buyers from San Francisco to Sacramento. At that time, nobody really knew what Sacramento is. It's like, they don't even know where it is. We didn't even start it up with this mega bus, this bus here. It cost us about $3,500 to rent it for 1 day. But then we were using our van, carrying people back and forth, our own personal van. But as the business grew, we're able to rent the more luxury buses. So we carry van. Really, the population over there, it's a lot of them is because we carry van, a lot of people over there. So now it's kind of well known in our community that there is the city Sacramento and there's the city Elk Grove, just because we did this bus tour. And I always think that when like this quote I really like, if opportunity doesn't knock, build the door. So think of ways that you can do to improve your business. And it doesn't come right away. So that's something that I really like. And this is my first public speaking, so I'm a little bit nervous.
Doing great.
You're doing good, Anna.
And things that inspire me the most is not that I make I don't think people making a lot of money is something that, money is like a side effect when you're doing good things. And I think giving out back to the community is something that everyone should be doing. So, in my first 4 years when I was signed up with this program, I donated a good $100,000 to the Children's Miracle Hospital, because every year I religiously donate about $16,000 to $20,000 to the hospitals so we can help the kids out. And I think as top producers, people that are really making money, this is something that you should be able to do to help others. So for the less fortunate. So when I have a team of my amazing team, my IRS agent right now, I believe that I can't accomplish this by myself. If you're a single agent right now and you're wondering, you're doing really well, but you don't know whether or not you want to start a team or not, this is what you should be thinking is, if you're trying to do something that is of a vision, does that person have the same vision as you? Do they carry the same mission? Do they believe on what you believe on? And if you do, find a lot of those people and group them up and start a team. You can't really do it by yourself. You have to do it with a lot of people. So find someone that's like-minded. That's by Steve Jobs. So I do have, these are my agents, that my partners, my business partners, my realtors, that's currently under the Superior Realty Group. And we sold 60 homes in 70 days from January to now. And I think that is still a really good accomplishment. We're not selling, 1,000 homes, but I think that we're still doing really great for the team. So this is homes sold in February and in January of this year. And March, we'll post it at the end of the year, at the end of the month usually. And this is a very good quote that I always see. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. So really open up your mind and dream big. So even though my team is maybe doing 250 units a year, my goal is to get them up to 500 units a year, and that is something that I see that we can do. And always keep the dream inside of you, always keep that fire burning, and always find the reason why you're working so hard in real estate. Always find the why in you. So my presentation is really short, but I hope it can do something and inspire you in some way. As someone that comes from the very bottom, as you can see on my slides, that I didn't really make much when in my beginning of my career, but I slowly climb up because I never gave up, and I always go the extra mile for everyone, for my clients, for my team members, and that's why I'm able to, do what I do today. So thank you so much, and hopefully I'm going to get something out of it. Any questions? I don't think you guys have.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to say that you did 30 transactions your first year, and if your first year was in 2008, when it was like literally the housing crisis like paralyzed the entire country.
Correct.
I feel like that's really, really impressive.
Thank you so much. It is, we did it because we have a lot of will, because I need to make money, that's the reason. The whole topic is why, right? So if you have no money and your family is living in a 2-bedroom condo, they just get migrated to the US, you gotta find a reason that you have to get out there and knock on those doors and say hi to the people and go to every single open house that you have to. You can even go and shadow the top agent and shine your shoes. I would do it. I would shine your shoes if they need to, if I can shadow them for one day. That's the amount of will I have. And I think that is what everybody should find inside of them, is the reason why they're doing this. Why are they waking up every morning? What is your reason in life that you need to succeed? And you must succeed, by the way. Okay?
Not a question, but Women's History Month, super amazing to see women like you.
Oh, thank you. So I hopefully I didn't fail super bad at this presentation, because on my way here, I actually threw up in the car. Everyone on here knows it because they told me, oh my God, it's real. I probably smile. So thank you so much.
Thank you, and